my take on it is that's American League Baseball. You know what I mean? I mean, a lead is never safe because they're used to coming back and having a big inning, especially offensive clubs that can hit the ball at the ballpark. You know, we didn't walk guys to get to that situation. You know, they hit us. And probably you're wondering why I didn't take Cota out, because that's American League. You know what I mean? And I've seen, you know, any games that I've seen with big comebacks has been most of the time American League. And, you know, they continue to hit, and these guys can hit, and they hit the ball at the ballpark. So you never know which run is going to be the run that win the game. I mean, you know, you seemingly think you got the game in hand and in the bag, but you never do. And that's why we always urge our guys to keep playing. It was big. Zim hit his home run, and Michael's home run ended up being the game winner.
Is there a difference for Cota? He comes in obviously in a big spot and he's got a lot of motion. Is it hard to rechannel that when all of a sudden there is a big league to have that same edge?
But you have no choice. You know, what choices do you have? You know what I mean? And, you know, we didn't want to use up a whole bunch of our bullpen either. You know, since he was already warm, already loose, he went back down and threw some more, you know, but they got hits. I mean, there's not always a reason or excuse why. You know, I mean, if it happened on our end, then everybody would say, oh, man, that was a great comeback. You know, but when it happens on the other side, those guys over there are trying to earn their stripes and earn their keep too, you know. So I'm just glad that, you know, we won the game.
Tanner gave up the homer to Davis, but it looked like he was in pretty good control all game long.
Well, he was. Yeah, I mean, he was in control. You know, he threw Davis a change up to State inside where he likes it, and he hits the foul pole. And, you know, fortunately for us and him that, you know, we came back and got the 3 runs before he came out of the game. You could tell they were starting to hit him too, you know, and that's why we had to go get Cota in the 8th, you know, because they were threatening, and they hit 2 balls hard, and he had 105 or 6 pitches. So, boy, I'm just glad we won.
I know you kind of were high on Zim coming into the season, but he's already hit more homers than he did, you know, all of last 2 or 3 seasons. I mean, just how impressive or surprised that?
No, I'm not surprised. I mean, he was a premier player before, you know, I mean, I don't think people understand this game is tough enough to play healthy, but, you know, when you're hurt, I mean, it's doubly tough. And then, you know, your mind plays tricks on you, you know, and you're wondering about this or that, and if doubt or any kind of thing sets in, I mean, as a player, then, you know, you're struggling. And, you know, he was healthy. In spring training, we tried to give him quite a few ABs. The last spring, I had to monitor him, you know, with his foot. And so, I mean, boy, right now, you know, Zim is amongst the league leaders in almost everything in every department. So, you know, I'm just glad we got Zim. I started not to play him today, you know what I mean? Because, and then we talked about it after the game because, and he says, hey, I can DH. It was like almost like having a day off, and he proved it, and he came through.
When Trey got on to start that inning before Zim hit the homer, it seemed like Madsen had to pay a lot of attention to him. Does that affect?
Definitely. I mean, speed does that. You know, if you don't have to pay attention to the guy over there, then all your focus goes toward, you know, to the hitter. But if you have to pay attention to him and the hitter, and then, you know, you're more likely to make, you know, mistakes in concentration and focus. So, yeah, speed. I love speed. You know, I mean, speed can create a lot of things.
In the end, how big is that double steal? Even though, you know, a home run may happen no matter what, but to put that kind of pressure on.
Well, that was big. I mean, you know, we had hoped that he was going to, you know, he has a green light if you think he can get the jump. But it's even doubly important for him, if you're going to run, you run, because the trail runner is running when you run. And how many times have you seen a guy run and stop, and the trail runner keeps going, and next thing you know, he's in a rundown. So, yeah, that was big. Whenever you can get in scoring position less than 2 outs, and then it made them make a decision if they were going to walk Zim to pitch to Murphy like they did, you know, Harper to pitch to Zim, and that's how you stack your lineup. And so, you know, that was a big double steal.
How Jason's foot?
Not good. You know, I mean, that's the same toe that he fouled the ball off a month ago. And I think he missed 3 or 4 days in. So, you know, he's not looking good. You know, the x-rays were negative, but, you know, he's on crutches. And so, you know, it's not looking good for now.